Noong 2010 po, nag-combine ang Philip Morris Philippines, Manufacturing Philippines at saka Fortune Tobacco Corporation para mag-create po yung new company called PMFTC Inc. We have a lot of facilities po. Meron po kami manufacturing plant sa Tanawan, Batangas and another one in Marikina. Yung pag-combine po ng Philip Morris Philippines at Fortune Tobacco Corporation, dahil nagsama po, PMFTC now produces po yung ating the high and the low price products po ng ating mga cigarettes like yung Marlboro, especially yung Fortune po. And we have almost 5,000 direct contracted farmers, which under also as well the supervision of the National Tobacco Administration. We have contracted farmers in the northern Luzon area. We have in Mindanao, sa Misamis Oriental po, at saka po sa Mindoro. And we also have almost 5,000 employees throughout the country. So virtually, we're all over the country with our 42 sales stations po. Ito po, naisip po natin, our Director for External Affairs, Rene Relampagos, will explain to you what Bright Leaf is all about, kung paano po ito nagsimula from our company. So, I would, of course, would want to welcome our honorable guest, Congressman Rene Relampagos, and our Department of Agriculture Regional Technical Director, Joel Elumba po. Po na dumating po kayo, first time po ng Bright Leaf po dito sa Bohol. Now, I'll give the floor to Ms. Bayan Elero, our Director for External Affairs.
Po, Congressman and Director, friends and media. Kami po ni Dept, papakilala lang din. I used to be part of the provincial media when I was still studying in college. Nung nasa Tacloban po ako, kapitbahay lang. Apparently, konting lang lang later eh. So, Dept and I were also formerly journalists before we joined the company. And we're very happy to have this program that we call the Bright Leaf. Just so you get an idea of what it is, 10 years ago, exactly 10 years ago this year, we got this idea that of all the beats in a newspaper, ang agriculture ang medyo hindi masyadong na-emphasize. In Manila, yung mga sexy na beat doon, yung sa finance, sa Congress, sa palace, even finance and trade and industry. So, napapansin namin na hindi masyadong nabibigyan ng emphasis yung agriculture. And by extension, the industry, the agricultural industry. So, ourselves, Dept mentioned that we're manufacturing cigarettes, and she mentioned some of our brands. But what she didn't mention was we're also an agricultural company. Because we have farmers directly planting for us, and we have more farmers that are employed by our suppliers, leaf suppliers. So all in all, we have like more than 5,000, almost 6,000 farmers and all. So really, Philip Morris is an agricultural company, and we have a stake, a very big stake in the success of agriculture. In recent weeks, there have been a lot of stories coming out. Siguro dahil close na rin yung incumbent natin na government, there has been a lot of articles coming out about agriculture and about how it could stand a lot of improvements and development considering the number of people involved in it. More than 30% of our population all over the country involved in agriculture, and yet magkano lang po yung value added na binibigay as a percentage to GDP, a little over 10%. So really, as an industry, agriculture is something that could really stand a lot of development and could, there's a lot of opportunities na pwede pang gawin, in short. So, our purpose for having this Bright Leaf is to provide some sort of a tailwind to media, specifically agriculture journalism, to give it a platform para po yung mga stories and pictures, because we're not just talking about stories and pictures, of all aspects of agriculture. Anything that's related to agriculture. It could be fisheries, anything basta related siya sa agriculture, agri-fisheries. To provide a platform for us to recognize the best works, the best published works. By published, I mean both national, regional, local newspapers. And for those stories, broadcasted on TV and radio. To recognize the best of these stories and to elevate the discussion of agricultural issues so that more and more people will be aware of it, especially those policymakers. And this is our way of contributing to the national discourse, and hopefully people will be making more informed decisions because of the work that we are doing. Okay. So, I arrived this morning, I'm a little bit tired kasi po kararating lang namin galing Vietnam. Together with the winners of last year's Bright Leaf Journalism Awards. Kasama po dun sa prizes ng mga nananalo, aside from the usual trophies and the usual premium items, kasama po sa package yung isang trip. So, kung sino man po ang mananalo dito sa inyo, kasama ni Dept mapupunta ng Australia. Okay, so 10 years ago, we started with just a little over 80 entries nationwide. We had 82 entries, and it was a very modest number, but we were happy. We had very simple ceremonies, but we took it as a challenge and work on this every year. Over the last 10 years, we have gone to 16 cities nationwide. We've met more than 1,000 journalists. But this year, we're very ambitious. For in 1 year, we are going to go to 15 cities. So just one city short of what we did the last 9 years. So we're very happy to be here. I know for a fact that some of you have complained because people are interested to join, but they had to cross to Cebu in order to join the competition. So this year, we made it a point, pupunta tayo sa Bohol. So here are we. Here we are. And we thank you very much for the very warm welcome. We are so looking forward to seeing you again in Manila. We will be showing in a very short while the mechanics for the competition para very clear. And later on, we will take questions. But we would also like to hear a message from our dear congressman. If he could just give a brief speech.
Thank you so much to our director, external director. Our friends from the PMFTC who are here with us on the occasion of this 10th Bright Leaf Agriculture Journalism Awards Caravan that we're having here in the province of Bohol. Our good friends in the media from the province of Bohol who are here with us. Of course, our good friend from the Department of Agriculture, friend from way back, Regional Director Joel Elumba, Friends, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow Boholanos, maayong hapon natong tanan. Well, before I begin my brief speech, you said? Well, allow me to once again not just to welcome you to this affair, but as well as welcome all our guests here in the province of Bohol. Thank you for choosing Bohol to be one of the places that you're going to do the caravan. And so to all of you who are here present today, a pleasant good afternoon. It is indeed truly a great privilege to be invited here to talk before the journalists of my province of Bohol. I am a little bit anxious knowing that my audience today would be you. But then, to give respect to the request, I have to decided to shorten my speech because, as they say, more talk, more mistake, less talk, less mistake. But seriously, may I take this opportunity to congratulate the Philip Morris Philippines Manufacturing Incorporated and the Fortune Tobacco Corporation for their efforts in bringing great minds to one room to discuss pressing and complex issues affecting the country's agriculture sector. 2016, I believe, is a year for reckoning. The province of Bohol has witnessed a number of natural disasters that caused heavy damages to agriculture and infrastructure. In October 2013, a 7.2 magnitude earthquake hit Bohol, claiming lives and destroying livelihoods of many Boholanos. And shortly after, in November, Super Typhoon Haiyan pounded Bohol's already devastated and highly vulnerable communities. As in other provinces, the key economic activity in Bohol is the production of rice, root crops, and corn. These crops are made viable by the largest water reservoir in the Central Visayas, and I'm talking about the Bohol Malinaw Dam in Carmen. However, farmers on the island sometimes find it difficult to increase production of these annual crops owing to the high cost of inputs, such as fertilizers and lack of irrigation facilities. These factors are compounded by having few post-harvest facilities and limited access to transportation. Consequently, in times of natural disaster, there is a higher probability of the communities being dependent on imported food supplies. And so the challenge for agricultural reform is greater now than ever. While I cannot physically contribute to farming, I make it a point to matter in agriculture through legislation. That is why, as representative of the 1st District of Bohol, and as current chair of the House of Representatives Committee on Tourism, I have been pushing for legislative measures on sustainable farming, which includes the Farm Tourism Bill and the Corporate Farming Bill. With the new administration coming in less than 3 months, we must begin laying out the important reforms we have to undertake in order to propel the entire nation to progress and prosperity. My proposal for a reform agenda relates broadly to agricultural development. Ours is a country largely dependent on agriculture. This is an understatement. The world is dependent on farmers. It is Canadian farmer and inspirational speaker Brenda Schoff who said, "My grandfather used to say that once in your life, you need a doctor, a lawyer, and a policeman, and a preacher. But every day, 3 times a day, you need a farmer." Ironically, the Philippines is teeming with hungry mouths to feed, and poverty is most rampant where food is grown. With global prices skyrocketing, food becomes even more unreachable for the poor. While higher prices of food should, in theory, increase the income of farmers and benefit rural development, most of our rural folk are even unable to afford food at existing market prices, much less benefit from them. The agriculture sector demands renewed attention. Agricultural productivity has, through the years, failed to keep pace with the increasing demand from a world population that grows by thousands every day. We therefore need to make agriculture more sustainable and more attractive to investors in order to keep up with the changing times. The Farm Tourism Bill, which I co-author, aims to bring income to poor farmers by introducing, educating, and even training the youth on agricultural practices as well as providing outdoor recreation. 20 years ago, we are the envy of our regional neighbors. They go to the Philippines to study agriculture. Now, Thai rice has become more popular than our very own rice here in the Philippines. Worse, we had to resort to importation. Studies show that the average age of Filipino farmers nowadays is 56. May I repeat? 56. 5-6. Just imagine that in the near future, there will be no more farmers to till our lands and produce the food that we eat. It is a sad reality that the Filipino youth are veering away from studying agriculture. And agricultural graduates, more often than not, work in more progressive farm environments such as New Zealand and Australia. Indeed, there is gain in boosting farming in the country. There is a need to promote farming not only as a means to produce food, but also as an appealing tourism activity which will attract visitors and guests. Hence, the tandem of farming and tourism. Farm tourism has been proven in several countries to provide additional opportunities for farmers, farm owners, and farm producers in generating additional income. The Bohol bee farm is a perfect example of farm tourism. While not the traditional farm as we know it, but a farm which tends to bees. The Bohol bee farm has become a regular part in the itinerary of tourists, local and foreign alike, here in our province of Bohol. If passed, farms will undergo accreditation process in order to qualify for benefits, incentives, and promotion. To date, there are 5 farms accredited with the Department of Tourism, mostly organic farms. But we have all sorts of farms: bee farms, flower farms, pearl farms, turtle farms, aquaculture farms, livestock farms, and many other farms that limited to our common and traditional notion of what a farm is. The farm tourism has already passed bicameral conference committee, and we hope that it will soon be signed by the President. Another important bill which I have been pushing in Congress is the Corporate Farming Bill, which seeks to ensure a stable food supply by engaging corporations and other profit organizations in the production of rice or corn without adversely affecting their financial viability. Under this bill, corporations and partnerships that would participate in corporate farming shall be given tax incentives on customs duties, value-added tax, capital gains tax, and other tax breaks for the importation of all types of agricultural inputs, such as seeds, fertilizers, machinery, among others. Moreover, loans will be extended by the banks to the participating firms in compliance with the Agri-Agra Reform Credit Act of 2009. But over the long term, we have to consistently increase investment in agriculture. Pouring more resources into our agriculture is definitely a step in the right direction. First, we have to provide our farmers with adequate support, such as better infrastructure, good irrigation systems, and post-harvest network. These are fundamental to greatly expanding our agricultural productivity. Second, we have to modernize agriculture and harness advancements in technology to improve production. Remote sensing and satellite imagery, for instance, can help farmers maximize the use of agricultural inputs such as water, fertilizers, and seeds. Third, investment in agriculture must emphasize research and development, especially on more efficient breeding and farming practices. Agricultural R&D in developing countries have an average rate of return of 43% and can provide solutions to food supply shortage posed by climate change, farmland conversion, and a growing population. Fourth, we have to ensure that our agricultural development does not exacerbate climate change. The key to improving productivity in all sectors, particularly agriculture, is to step up our R&D efforts. Biotechnology can help us develop less water-intensive agriculture and pest and disease-resistant crops. Finally, we have to invest in our youth. Let us invest in agriculture education. I heard one young man said, bakit ang mga magsasaka sa ibang bansa mayayaman? Bakit sa atin hindi? We must bring back our youth to the farms. To them, after all, belongs our future. Thomas Jefferson said, agriculture is our wisest pursuit because it will, in the end, contribute most to real wealth, good morals, and happiness. A few months from now, the Filipino people will choose who will lead this country in the next 6 years, from 2016 to 2021. The next political regime is especially important. As we speak, there are already 103 million Filipinos. Our population experts, demographers, and economists have warned that by such time, we will have reached the limit of our country's carrying capacity in terms of both nature and society. This means, my friends, that we are at serious risk of maxing out the resources that can support the entire Philippine population. This is then an opportune time to undertake badly needed reforms. We need to innovate and make our agricultural sector responsive to the changing tide of innovation. With these reform measures in place, the Philippines will be better equipped for economic recovery in the short term and steady progress in the long term. With this, I congratulate our agricultural journalists for their relentless efforts in relaying vital information to the public. I salute our print, TV, and radio practitioners for fulfilling their crucial role of raising awareness on important issues concerning the country's agriculture industry. May we, therefore, together continue to find ways to make media a true agent of change and social transformation, and a meaningful forum for the discussion of relevant issues affecting the nation. So to you all, Thank you, and I look forward to a successful activity this afternoon. Thank you, and mabuhay.
Good afternoon po sa inyong lahat. Again, as Ms. Dept and Ms. Bayan have said, also thank you very much for coming over and for joining us today. Excited po kami kasi sinabi na po nila na first time namin sa Bohol. First time po namin sa Bohol, and for the 10th Bright Leaf Awards po, first roadshow stop namin to. So this is a day of firsts for Bright Leaf po talaga. So maraming salamat for being part of this very special day for us. Also like to greet Congressman Rene Relampagos, magandang hapon po, on behalf of our team and Juice Box and the Bright Leaf Secretariat, and kay Regional Technical Director Joel Elumba. Thank you po for traveling from Cebu to come join us. Before anything else po, I would just like to share some news about Bright Leaf. No, we actually do have, if you're, I see some people are snapping their cameras and their phones. Meron po kaming Instagram page for Bright Leaf. It's called the Bright Leaf Awards. So, and then we're using po the hashtag Bright Leaf. So kung may mga pictures po kayong ipopost, if you can tag them para po mag-gather natin lahat ng photos. And then also, meron po kaming YouTube channel. May mga videos kaming ipapalabas dito kung ano po yung mga videos na makikita nyo today, and any other updates, videos of our awards night and other updates. You can check po our YouTube channel for any videos. And meron po kaming Bright Leaf website, www.thebrightleafawards.com. Diyan po kayo pwede makakuha ng anything news, anything to do with Bright Leaf Awards. And diyan din po kayo magsasabit ng entries. We have laptop stations po doon sa likod. May PC po at saka may Mac. Pwede nyo pong i-try live dito po sa roadshow. First time namin gagawin yan dito. So, interesting updates doon. You can share them with your colleagues and share them with your friends. Anything po to do with Bright Leaf. So, before we go into the rest of our program, we'd just like to show you a short video, just to give you a glimpse kung ano po ang mga nangyayari sa Bright Leaf Awards, sa aming awards night and all our roadshows. It's a short video.
Akong pagtahod sa atong Congressman Rene Relampagos, naging masan sa atong Director Parian Kiliro, Tinga, o sa iyang mga staff, o sa tanang mga bulanon journalist, o gikan sa mga sa radyo, o sa uban pa, sa atong mga media dinigid sa Bohol, sa mga bisita nga niya din, mas manimilisayon, baala na sila malibak, no? Pahuban raw na sila. Maayong hapon! Good afternoon. Ako lang dihubad gamay, kaya hindi po kayo malkansi sila. Okay, I'm Joel Elumba, Regional Technical Director for Research and Regulation of the Region 7. No? Now, Region 7 comprises 4 provinces. No? 4 provinces. Bohol, Cebu, Siquijor, and Negros Oriental. But, as of now, pinawasan kami ng isang probinsya dahil nagkaroon na ng NIR, Negros Island Region. So ang Negros Oriental namin, sumama na sa Occidental, naging Negros Island Region sila. Region 18 yata. No? So tatlo na lang ang Region 7, tatlo na lang yung provinces. Now, the Department of Agriculture is a national government agency mandated to modernize, promote agricultural industry in the whole country. No? So by region ang implementation natin ng mga programs. What are these programs of the Department of Agriculture? We have 5 major programs. One is the rice program. Talking rice, 60 to 70% ng rice production ng Central Visayas nandito sa Bohol. Aside from rice production sa Bohol, Bohol is the food basket of the region, Central Visayas. No? Currently, nag-export na ang Bohol ng dressed chicken. So, yung mga manok natin, sabi nga ni Congressman kanina, yung Max chicken, halos galing na dito sa Bohol. No? Aside from producing rice, we are exporting na ngayon ng broiler, no? Manok. We are also exporting Carabao, cattle, and goat. So, baboy, manok, Carabao, baka to other provinces and other regions. So, hindi siguro masyadong kumakain ng Boholano ng ulam, karne, sama sa beef, pork, manok. Pero yata malakas ang manok dito ngayon, native chicken sa Bohol. Yung encourage ko yung Bright Leaf, yung mga personnel to kumain sila dapat ng native chicken ng Bohol bago sila alis dito. Okay? So isang assignment yun, kain kayo ng native chicken ng Bohol. May kwento ko dyan mamaya. Tapos ano tayo, nag-i-export din tayo ng live animals. Punta ng Leyte, papunta pa ng Metro Manila. Galing sa Bohol, daan sila ng Ubay, diretso ng Leyte, punta ng Metro Manila, no? Mayroon tayong shipment daan lagi, no? 2 bisis yata sa isang linggo, no? Now, nandito naman sa Bohol yung tinatawag namin na mga Central Experiment Station ng Department of Agriculture. Nasa Ubay. The Bohol Experiment Station, nasa Barangay Gabi, Ubay. We have also the Soil and Water Research Station, nasa Kalangaman, Ubay pa rin. And we have the Ubay Stock Farm, nasa Ubay pa rin, with 3,600 hectares. Now, nandito rin sa Bohol ang lahat namin ng mga research and development. Sabi ni Congressman Relampagos kanina, na dapat palakasin natin yung research and development. Tama yun talaga. At saka ito ang isasuggest ko sa mga journalist ng Bohol ngayon. Nasa Ubay ngayon ang tinatawag namin na Bohol strain na native chicken. Funded by the Picard. Nasa 85% na yung purity. Kung sabihin, malapit na tawagin namin ang manok ni Stanok. Or manok ni Dabukoy. Oh, totoo yun. Pasyalan ninyo ang Ubay, stock farm. We have more than 300 heads na pantay na parehas, pati yung mga color nila. Parehas. Kasi through selection and breeding, lumabas na yung manok ni Sanok. So hindi pa nyo alam yun. So dapat i-feature niyo yan. Puntahan niyo yun. Pangalawa, may isa pa kaming talagang promising issues. Promising research and development na sa Ubay Stock Farm pa rin. Mga 5 or 7 years ago, we bought 10 or 12 heads ng native Sikihor na baka. Pintuhan ito, pero totoo na. 12 heads lang yun na babae. Binibreed namin doon sa Ubay Stock Farm. Ngayon more than almost 200 heads na. Ngayon nagkaroon tayo ng collaboration with the UPLB, University of the Philippines, Los Baños, ng mga researcher natin doon. Kinandak nila yung tinatawag natin na molecular test ng mga baka natin. Yung baka na yun, pumasa rin ng yung tinawag namin na carcass evaluation examinations. Ang UP rin na nagkandak. So sa 4 na klase o breeds ng baka na kinandak namin, kinatay yung 12, 4 na breeds o 4 na heads bawat breeds, nagtap pa rin yung native natin. Siya ang lumabas na magandang texture, ang lahat ng mga tenderness at sa lahat ng mga criteria, nagtap pa rin siya. So kinandak yung tinatawag natin molecular test ng mga animals. So, ang UP lang ang may alam niya, no? May study kasi sila. Lumabas na yung baka na yun natin. Sa ngayon, tinatawag na siyang super cow, super cattle. Why? Maliit na baka, mataas yung fertility, no? Bawat taon na ang anak. Maliit, ha? Native na. Oh. So, either pugihan ang babae or pugihan yung tatay. Ngayon, yung genes nila, kasi through molecular examinations, nakita doon na yung baka na yun may potential as dairy animals. Native yun. Mataas yan ang yung tinatawag nila na butter fat content, mataas pa yung lactation ng animals. So ang liit yan, ha? Nasa 180 to 200 kilos lang yung live weight. Hindi yung imported na Holstein Friesian na umabot ng 400 kilos na marami ring kakainin. No? Ngayon, nakita na yung lumabas na. Nasa ubay. Nasa ubay. Ang second study ng UPLB is on mass production na. Kasi pag nalaman na yung mga animals na yun, maganda yung genes nila sa dairy, imamatch sila ng genes din na i-inseminate sila. So sure ka na pag yung offspring, yung F1 pa lang, maganda na yung lahit ng animals natin for dairy development. Diba? Kasi ang study ng UPLB is development of native dairy animals in the Philippines. Pumasok yung animals natin. Wala kang ibang mapuntahan or klaseng animal na pwede mong pagkunan na ganyan na genes. So kayo lang ang una na binigyan ko ng information dito. Now, ang Department of Agriculture natin sa region, sabi nga, totoo yung sinabi ng congressman natin, maraming challenges. Isa na itong impending na El Nino. Ang El Nino. Sa Bohol, pinakamarami na tinatawag namin malaking irrigation system. 5 yata yung pinakamalaki na irrigation system dito na umabot sila ng 53,000 hectares irrigable area yung mga dam na yun. So ang isang mga challenges natin is El Nino. So one of the mitigation measures na sinasabi namin na in-inform namin yung farmers is the diversification of farming system. Anong sabihin nito? Pag yung mga farmers hindi makatanong dahil may El Nino, dapat may substitute sila na crops. Ang isang mag-uuma o isang farmers dapat hindi lang magtanom ng rice. Dapat pag may rice sila, may area din sila na mas maliit lang, may corn sila, may vegetable area sila. Dapat mayroon din silang kasaba area, kamote area, and then we have to integrate the livestock and poultry in the farming system. Tamaan naman yung mais nila, tamaan yung humay nila, resilient pa rin ang Bulanon. Dahil may native chicken sila, goats, at saka mga baboy, kambing, at iba pa. May experience kami sa Cebu. Northern Cebu, tumama ang Yolanda. 16 municipalities ng Northern Cebu tinamaan. Ano ang crops nila? Ang commodity nila is corn. Tinamaan ng Yolanda. Bagsak ang farmers. Wala silang root crops. Wala silang vegetables. Wala silang livestock o poultry naman. Wala. Bagsak sila. So ang isang ano naman sabi nila, anong ginawa ng agriculture? Hindi kami makatayo ng bahay. Bakit naman agriculture ang magpatayo ng bahay? Marami sila. Pero marami silang gustong ihingi sa gobyerno. Pero ang Department of Agriculture talagang nakatutok lang tayo sa mga commodity programs natin. So, pag naka-diversify ang farmers, bagsak yung isang commodity niya, nakatayo pa rin yung 3, 4 na mga commodity. So, yun ang dapat namin, yun ang pinopromote namin ngayon. No? Diversification ng mga farming system. Which is, para sa akin, in place na siya sa Bohol. Ngayon, ang Bohol naman ang pinakamaraming farm-to-market roads na naka-pipeline. No? Dahil si Governor Chato talagang paano siya sa farm-to-market roads. Sharing kasi ito may share ng provincial budget. No? So halos naka-evaluate na. Ang tinatawag natin na yung Philippine Rural Development Program o projects, naka-avail ang province natin sa Bohol. Malaki silang share. No? So yan ang dahilan na sa darating ay siguro in 1 or 2 years, lahat ng mga production areas natin, ma-access na natin ng mga transport or carrier natin sa agri-products. No? Sa fisheries naman ang Bohol, ang pinamakarami na Nandito yung malaking fishery farm ng BIFAR. Yung hatchery, regional hatchery nila sa Ubay pa rin. No? Sa Ubay pa rin, yung hatchery nila ng BIFAR. So the potential ng Bohol ang pinakamalaki. No? Not only the food basket for the Visayas, ang talagang maganda is yung agro-tourism na sinasabi natin. We have to produce quality and safe food para sa turista natin at turista natin. Tayo naman muna, kakain din. No? And then we are crafting the Bohol Dairy Development Program na magkaroon tayo ng sarili nating milking areas o tinatawag natin na cluster areas na nag-produce ng gatas. Nakaprograma na rin yan. No? The Bohol Dairy Development, nandiyan yung Philippine Carabao Center, nandiyan yung National Dairy Authority. So, ang lahat ng agriculture development ng Bohol, isa sa mga tinitingnan namin. Kasi wala na kaming negros oriental eh. Nabawasan na. So, yung pundo nila, dinadivert na rin namin sa ibang probinsya. Ang Siquijor naman, so kung pwede kayo mag-aral ng witches and magics, pwede kayo magpunta na Bohol o Siquijor. I-renew nyo yung mga ano nyo. Sa totoo lang, 6 municipalities ang Siquijor at saka nasa root crop sila, kasaba, corn, peanuts, yun ang ng Siquijor. Sa Cebu naman, ang buong probinsya is need market centers. Lahat ng agri and fishery products magpunta ng Cebu. Punta sila ng Cebu. So, nandun yung mga infrastructures, yung industrial sector natin na pinakamarami. Pero nevertheless, ang Bohol ngayon nag-umpisa na. Nakita namin na yung broiler production ng Bohol talagang tumataas. One time nakita ko yung inventory sa cold storage ng National Meat Inspection Service. Umabot sila ng 39,000 metric tons na broiler na naka-store doon sa National Meat Inspection o sa mga private cold storage. Yan ang kalakas ang Bohol. Yan ang potential ng Bohol kung sinasabi natin. So, yun lang siguro mabigyan nyo as part ng mga interest nyo kung gusto nyo gawin ng mga stories. Umikot kayo sa Bohol, hindi lang sa Ubay. Ikotin nyo Bohol, maraming potential dito. Not only native animals, siguro mayroon din tayong makikita pa ng mga gandang areas. So, in behalf sa director namin, si Ma'am Angel Enriquez, nandito siya kanina sa Bohol, nag-attend ng SOPA, State of the Provincial Address ni Gob. Pero may meeting din sa 4 o'clock, so by 11 kanina, sumakay ako para mag-represent sa kanya dito.
Before anything else, we would like to again welcome Congressman Yap, and of course, thank you so much also for gracing today's event. And we'd like to invite the Congressman to say a few words.
Good afternoon to all our friends in Bright Leaf and also to the local media, my fellow Bolanons. So, coming back to Bright Leaf, as I was telling Ma'am Bayan, is actually sentimental for me because when this award started in 2007, I was there when this award started. I was one of the judges in 2007. So, I actually made a very special effort to come. I was already out in the district in Carmen. You media guys know I have to be out there. kayo ninyo. But I wanted to come back because more than anything else, more than having been part of Bright Leaf 10 years ago, I really believe that there has to be a group that has to be advocating articles in Philippine agriculture. We must continue writing about Philippine agriculture. We are now 105 million Filipinos. But despite being 105 million Filipinos, we have to remember that we continue to be an agricultural country. And also, when you talk about poverty in the Philippines, you're actually talking about rural poverty. And the only way to get out of that is to continue advocating advances in agriculture. So with that, I hope we in Bohol can do something for Bright Leaf, ma'am. We'd like to thank you for coming, for bringing Bright Leaf to Bohol and to encourage and inspire many of our budding writers here and our media people who are great writers I've discovered in the last few years, so that they can encourage and do their part in bringing success stories into the national field to inspire others. Bohol is now a tourism and an agriculture wonder, but much work needs to be done. Much work needs to be done. In fact, as we were touring, I was actually with Ambassador Carlos Chan in Carmen right now because there's a plant there, Phil Starch, which they own, the Oishi group owns. And he has a consultant from Taiwan who was with us in the car and was just looking at all the lands around, said, why do I see so many lands that are not being utilized? And, you know, but I think things are going to be better because I think the legal structure for investments in agriculture are also changing. So these are the things I hope to continue if I'm lucky enough to get a third term. I'd like to work on fixing more on the legal framework for investments in agriculture is very critical. And also reforming some of the critical Department of Agriculture agencies. We're talking about free water for irrigation, but unless we reform the National Irrigation Administration, this cannot happen. So reforming many of the agencies is going to be part and parcel the solution into modernizing Philippine agriculture. But none of that is going to happen without the media people writing about it. And more than just talking about reforming agencies, the media has to continue highlighting success stories in agriculture. How we can increase income. That's all. When you talk about Philippine poverty, you're talking about rural poverty. When you talk about rural poverty, that is where we are good at in Bohol. We can highlight many of the success stories here. So I hope that we can have entries to Bright Leaf, and I hope we will be one of the winners at the end of this year, September. Is it September, October? September 1 is the deadline, but we're going to have the awarding possibly November, December. So hopefully by the end of this year, we're going to have a winner from Bohol.
Yes.
So with that, thank you very much, Bright. Mambayan, Archie, thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you so much, mabuhay ang Bright Leaf, for coming to Bohol. Maraming salamat. Thank you.
May nga po si Andy Dalsaro, ma'am, sa Bohol Balita, Daily News. Magtanong ako po sa interest, halimbawa sa paper namin, is local dialect. So we have to write in English.
Hello. Pwede po kayong mag-submit ng article that is in a regional dialect. We just would need an English translation. Pero yung translation naman po, hindi siya kailangan na direct translation, na word for word. Basta lang po yung gist, yung meat ng story, yung very important aspect ng story, ma-communicate po para sa mga judges.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you rin po.
This is a point of clarification. On radio, how many sekunder that our broadcast will be that I try to index to MP3? 5 sekunder? 10 sekunder?
For radio po and for TV, ang entry po ninyo is either kung yung buong, if the whole show is about agriculture, or isang segment lang po. Like yung Agri tayo dito, yung buong show po na yun is about agriculture. So sinasabit nila yung episode. Meron din naman yung ating radio program. The show is straight to the point, pero may isang segment lang siya about agriculture. So ang category natin sa TV and radio, pwede pong program or segment. In which case, wala pong minimum or maximum length na isasubmit. Basta kung ano po yung portion ng show nung program ninyo, ang tungkol sa agriculture, yun po ang isasubmit. In terms of the file size naman po, kasi nga depende din yun sa length eh. That's why kung audio po, MP3 or MP4 AVI format, we ask that you share it through Dropbox, or you can also courier to us a recording on CD, or pwede naman yun.
Sa KBP, madam, understudy yung entry na maski TOE lang, walang transcription dyan from Visayan dialect to English. We suggested yung TOE na lang, then a panel of judges mag-assign ng mga Bisaya na mga judges. Because it's unfair for the radio, because the whole program, the whole structure of the program, that's 1 hour. How many pages if we are going to transcribe? So that's why, sa newspaper, walang problema. Ang story sa newspaper, wala, entry na yun. Sa radio is iba. For the TV, walang 1 hour na agriculture program. The only segment, 15 or mga 60, whatever. Pero sa radio is different. Sa KBP, we complain sa mga different provinces kasi ang nananalo sa Golden Dove Award is Manila lang eh. Kasi the judges ang Tagalog. Now, what about Mindanao and Visayas provinces speaking regions? Mga Angkor, Bisaya. How many pages do we need, if we need to transcribe that to English, how many pages yung 1 hour segment? So, ayun, makonsider yan. Because understudy yan ng KBP. So that, hindi na problema namin sa radio. Ang problema sa mga ganitong mga contest is ang radio. Thank you.
Thank you very much po for that suggestion. We will take that into consideration, and we will discuss that internally on how we can work with your suggestion.
Yes, and I also want to highlight, kung nakita po nyo yung mga winners natin, ang mga nanalo po sa radio coming from Visayas and Mindanao po.
I-transcribe, transcribe.
In English po nila, pero brief lang po, so you don't need na ilang pages. Yung summary lang po ng diniscuss po ninyo, hindi po kailangan yung buong programa. For example, yung binanggit po ni Director about native chicken or the Carabao breeding. I-explain nyo lang what the program is all about, ano po yung naging, what is being done, ano po ngayon yung naging resulta, and then mention, at saka yung highlights. Opo, yun po.
Sinabi niyo po kanina yung collaboration. Itatanong ko lang po sana, kasi yung mga radio programs, so minsan 2 o 3 anchors, tapos yung sa print naman, pag minsan 2 yung reporters na nagsulat, pwede po ba yung dalawang,
Pwede po yan. In fact, meron na po tayong mga past winners po na nag-collaborate. It will depend na lang po yung kung paano yung kung yung collaboration is.
The competition is we are recognizing the stories, the articles po. So, gaya nun, collaboration for print, radio, or TV. May case po kami nung 2014 na yung Agriculture Story of the Year na nanalo is bylined by 2 journalists. So, nag-usap po sila kung sino yung who will get a cash prize, who will get the Asian trip.
Kailan namin malaman yung result, ma'am, pag mag-ano? How much a price?
Okay. Ang awarding po, ang announcement of the winners happens in November. It will be November 24 ang ating winners. Yun po ang ating awards night. So kung ang mapalad na nagwagi ay mula sa Bohol, kayo po ay iimbitahan namin pumunta sa Maynila.
Ma'am, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yung sponsor natin rito is Philip Morris. And yung kampanya ng government din is smoking is dangerous to your health. Bakit po, ma'am, yun ang napili nating sponsor ng Bright Leaf? tobacco po, tobacco.
Yes, hindi naman po nila yung napili. Actually, ito po ay isang project po ng Philip Morris since 2007. And as Philip Morris being an agriculture company, kanina po na-explain po namin, we want to highlight, we find it really just in time naman para ma-recognize naman po natin ang agriculture journalism. Kasi po sa Metro Manila, meron po tayo yung Economic Journalists Association of the Philippines, meron po sila yung Economic Journalism Awards. Meron po din yung Telecommunications Journalism Awards. So, wala pong Agriculture Journalism Awards. So, parang kami po sa Philip Morris, we thought of why not recognize, and considering that agriculture is the backbone of many Philippine industries, and agriculture is of course the strong driving force of our economy, di ba? And so we thought it really timing or good enough for us also to recognize and campaign the agriculture developments all throughout the country. Dito ko nga nalalaman, gaya ng sabi ni Director, about this native chicken strain na dito lang pala po sa Bohol. Ang gaganda po ng storya ninyo. I used to be an agricultural reporter. Nagpapasalamat po ako na I was with Manila Times for so many years. And I covered the Department of Agriculture for 3 years, 1989 to 1991. Masasabi ko po, nagpapasalamat po ako sa pagsusulat ko sa agrikultura dahil naikot ko po ang buong Pilipinas hanggang Tawi-Tawi, hanggang Holo, hanggang Batanes po, hanggang Apari because of the Department of Agriculture. And they really expose us. And so, sa pamamagitan po nitong Bright Leaf Awards, we hope na ma-erase po natin yung profile, the awareness on the current agriculture developments po na nangyayari po sa bawat komunidad natin. Meron lang din akong gusto pong i-share yung presence po ng PMFTC, ng Philip Morris po dito sa probinsya ng Bohol. Gusto ko po namin talagang i-reveal na po yung sikreto namin. Mahal na mahal po namin ang Bohol. Hindi nyo po alam, yung aming presence po dito ay medyo matagal-tagal na po. Bukas nga po, nasa Batuan po kami for the food pack distribution. Maaga-maaga po, babiyahe po kami sa Batuan bukas. O, baka mayroong may gustong sumama po sa inyo. 10 o'clock po yun, alis po tayo ng 8:30. Sige po, i-announce ko mamaya, i-arrange ko lang po. At saka ito rin, gusto ko namin i-share through the American Chamber Foundation. Marami na nagpatayo din po kami ng mga eskwelahan. In support po dito, nung maalala ninyo, binagyo ang Bohol, at the same time, yung sa Yolanda, yung sa earthquake pala. Mga employees po mismo ng company, nagtayo po sila ng 2 classrooms po doon sa Santo Niño Elementary School. And then, meron din po mga classrooms sa Obuhan, Tagubas Elementary School in Antequera. 2 school buildings ito na 2 classrooms each. Building with comfort room, blackboard, and ceiling fan. Meron din po kaming itinayo sa Santo Rosario Elementary School in Antequera din. 1 school building siya with 2 classrooms each. Ganon din ulit, comfort room, blackboards, and ceiling fan. At meron din po kami itinatayo sa Katibian National High School sa Katibian, Bohol. Isang school building ito with 2 classrooms ulit. And lastly po, meron din po kami sa Nueva Esperanza Elementary School sa Bien Unido, Bohol. Isang school building din po siya with 2 classrooms. Yun po. Kaya we hope to continually support din po ang probinsya ng Bohol. Thank you po.